Hello folks and welcome back to Species. It feels like it's been ages since I last recorded something of the sort. I've been to London, played Stellaris, quite a lot of Stellaris actually. If you check my Steam, I think I have maybe, oh sorry my voice broke there, yeah, but maybe around, I don't know, 40 hours in like 2 weeks, which is impressive for me. I've seen people go over 100 already in the short time that it's been out, but oh well. Anyway, we're not talking about Stellaris, we're talking about species, and our species are doing pretty fine, I think. It's since it's been this long, I don't actually remember how things were going. Oh wow, oops, our tree is huge. Alright, so we've got some diversity going, and I've gotten quite a lot of suggestions now that the save is working that we should change our climate type, because in this season we've only really seen the green world, and we will do that. I'm just gonna allow the population to stabilize a bit, and then we'll be trying out some new things. I think we'll definitely be freezing it up and perhaps raising the water level or something of the sort. We've got 3 populations, that's good. I don't want anyone to die off, like any island to die off, that'd be terrible. Wow, actually, when I drink coffee and record, everything is so much better. Like, I knew this over a year ago, but then I stopped. I don't know why. I should definitely keep drinking coffee. If you can hear, also, I'm kind of sick, if you don't know that already. Actually, it's not sick, it's like pollen allergies, which I didn't know I had before, but the pollen has been quite strong this year, so it's quite terrible. Actually, what I was gonna say though is that we should already start lowering the temperature like notch by notch, because drastically lowering the temperature is just as bad as drastically raising the temperature. You gotta love this crater. I mean, sure, it's very small. It'd be nice if it was bigger. Not the crater itself, like it's huge, but I mean the actual oasis that we find here. I think it's really interesting because you get a little ecosystem even if everything else around it isn't working. Also, I feel like later on we should definitely try to experiment around with climate control devices again. One thing I'd like to see with climate control devices though is being able to choose the range in which it has an effect, because if I placed it on this mountain here, it wouldn't affect the entire island, and that would just probably kill off lots of the population, because they migrate out, and then yeah, like it's a weird, you wouldn't get everything that you wanted, and you'd have to place out several of them, which is kind of annoying. Oh wow, I really want to talk today, but yes, if you haven't noticed already, we're actually running proper 1080p finally, so that is a positive thing. That's a very good thing, and yeah, this is how 1080p looks like. It's beautiful, it's glorious. I feel like I should almost make another species trailer, just because of my new monitor. So I've been lying to you all along, as some of you may have seen in the update video, but yes, 1080p, it's glorious. Right, so all these creatures here just got into the nursery. I didn't put them there, they just slipped in somehow, which is kind of annoying, because, you know, I want the nursery to be a closed-off thing. There's probably, the edges normally lag, at least on the fences that you can place down, so it's probably that, but at least the nursery isn't doing anything to them. That'd be not very good. Alright, not too long of a time lapse there, but they all look the same. I mean, they're still very similar, and I think this has a lot to do with the having chosen sexual reproduction. So speciation doesn't occur as fast, because if you only rely, or if you rely mostly on the other type, where they can pretty much clone themselves, but you get slight mutations in every new generation, it's probably easier to spread new genes. I'm not sure, actually. I'm no biologist. Like, I have very basic understanding of evolutionary biology. So don't come to me asking super complicated questions. Yeah, these still look very similar. We can actually take a look here. Yeah, they still have their beaks. The temperature didn't go as far down as I had hoped, but we'll continue. And we're also going to raise the sea levels just a little bit more as well, as you saw there maybe during the time lapse. We'll go -7 here. So it's 8-10 degrees Celsius. Oh, 1 degree here. That's pretty cold. I wonder if they can survive if we go lower. I also don't like how close they are to the, or if I don't want them to come into the nursery. Yeah, there's too much food here. So maybe we'll put a fence or something. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, no fence needed. Look at that. It's becoming filled with water on high tide. So that's good. They won't survive there. I think we should actively engage in trying to make populations different from each other. We're gonna irradiate some of the species here. It's a pity that we can't change the overall world background radiation. You can do that in the nursery, but not outside. And I think that would be a nice feature as well, instead of having to individually click on a bunch of them. Because I just like to have a hard like being able to manually adjust the mutation rate mid-game, and not the genetic mutation rate, because there is that, or like the breeding range. That's fine, that can be fixed, but just the radiation poisoning, so that these guys become crazy different. Yeah, let's irradiate. Radiation, don't you love radiation? Yes. There's been a... Oh yeah, this can be like a nuclear winter. That's why everything's cold. Humans have like blown up some atom bombs, and the beautiful islands here in the middle of the Pacific, let's pretend this is like the middle of the Pacific, have been irradiated, and this is like an experimental zone. Humans have abandoned the islands, so the station is abandoned, but the species here continue to flourish, and they have a higher mutation rate than normal species and a short lifetime, but they are receiving an extra dosage so they can change even faster. It seems our purple friends here in the middle, actually these were really cool. Wow. Oh yeah, I can turn this around. Look at that. They had long forearms or legs, some weird middle arms, and then some nice hooves there on the back, and they had like spikes under their mouths or beaks. This one, I mean, they're all very similar, that's the thing, but yeah, I'm hoping that will change. What about this one? Kind of the same setup, but shorter back legs, and more spikes, I guess. Oh, the eyes are there in the back. What about this one? The eyes were... Did you have eyes? Is that an eye? No, I don't know. You know what? I feel like we should be really evil. Let's build a fence here and see what these creatures do. Yeah, I think this would look nice, because I want more speciation. I want things to happen. Should we build a fence up north as well? No, it's a big continent. It's hard to split up as well. I think this one's fine. Alright, so I lowered the temperature a little bit more, and my fence experiment did not go very well. Because this area is pretty barren. So yeah, goodbye fence, I guess. And we're just gonna keep going at this. I think I'll just add a time-lapse right here. Alright, so we don't seem to have had too much of a change, but then again, as I've said, these guys speciate a bit slower than the rest. Maybe we should continue trying our radiation therapy, although I didn't actually see any significant change, because I think they kind of homogenize. You'd have to have a mutation in both of them to like make it dominant, but whatever, or like both partners. What about over here? Yeah, these guys are similar to the ones we left off, although they do have spikes on their legs, and their back legs or limbs are disappearing. Over on this island, we've got some pink people. They're not people, they're creatures. And they're pretty cool. Shaking. Hello there. How are you? And what about over... Oh, I think this is just one big group. Again, some pink as well. It's kind of interesting, the pink dominating in the cold. I don't know, I mean, it seems like all of these are developing in very similar fashion, which is kind of annoying. Oh, I feel like I was about to cough, or not cough, but you know, do the achoo thing. What is that called? I forget. Anyway, yeah, the herbivore. Wait, herbivore. Are they all herbivores? This is boring. Yeah, but they're all similar. God damn it! Come on, let's have some different things. Maybe we should like, what can we do to make them go crazy? Maybe a rover. I don't know. I really don't know. Or we could actually do the nursery thing. Actually, maybe I should save before we do that. Where is the save thing? Alright, okay. Come in here. And now the rover's doing its thing, but we'll modify... ooh, Primweba vulgeboensis. That is quite a cool name. Yeah, but we're gonna modify the whole target species here. Alright, that's a pretty cool creature. I'm not gonna mess too much with the limbs and things, just the head type. I think we really need something different here. Let's generate that and hope for the best. Just hope that this doesn't like break the game or something, as it seems to do quite often. I think we also need a third one there, or not a third one, a second specimen. Oh, yeah, the game is already lagging, but we'll just have to hope something. Okay, yeah, now it's working. It's working. 15 frames per second, but it's fine. So we are seeing quite a lot of mutations suddenly. We've got these guys somewhere. They're pretty cool, I'd say. These ones, we've got this one, and then we've got this one that's player-owned in the nursery, and it's completely mutated out from the population now. So hopefully that will be moving towards what we designed. I see that the fur is already quite different, and the color is already different, so we're definitely gonna achieve it, I hope. Oh hey, I never realized this, but you can see kind of like the progress on the bar here below. These are the individual specimens, and you can see how close they are to this and how far away they are from their original state, which you can't see over here. This is just like the average state of all the nursery creatures. But yeah, that's very cool. I had not realized that before. Alright, so the pink folks look quite cool. I mean, all of these are pretty much pink. We've got... Oh, wait, you're not as pink as you were before. Look at that. But yeah, they're still kind of boring. I think the only non-boring specimens we have are over in our nursery. But let's check this out. Oh, you're actually looking green. That's nice. The unfortunate thing is, like, I wish I hadn't had a noise map here, because this allows some areas to be really green, but I want more specimens to like live in here in the wild, in the really cold areas. I'm not sure they could survive though, but whatever. And then we've got these guys. They're finally moving closer or edging themselves closer towards this. The beaks are pretty much gone by now. We've got eyes. Oh no, the beak's back. Oh, it's gone. See? It's just gonna keep doing this. I did raise the background radiation to 3 times, so we raised the speed. Too much background radiation is actually bad, because then they can't mate, I think. I don't know. It's just you get too much variation very quickly, which is I mean, yeah, it's not gonna work as well. So I think 3 times is a good balance. We've got yeah, alright. What has mutated? Nothing. It's dead. Alright, okay. I know they're not ready, but I feel like it'd be fun to just release a couple of specimens here into the wild. Let's go ahead and feed them, have them mate. Hey, why are you following them? Stupid rover. What are you doing? They're released for a reason. Let's actually pick them up again, just to make sure this doesn't like lag out. Yeah, alright. And feed them again. Feed you. Alright. Let's see, can we make them mate? Oh no, they'll do that themselves, right? Well, would you look at that? They're pretty close, but there's definitely something very odd about these legs, or the limbs, but you know, that it will fix itself. I think the torso is kind of weird as well, but we've got a head there and some eyes. We've got the right mouth. It's all taking shape now, and now it's just a matter of waiting a little bit more. Alright, it's not done, but let's move a few specimens over to the outside world. I think over here will be just fine. And we'll take another one here. We'll feed them and make them make love. Alright, so releasing them doesn't seem to be working very well. They pretty much die off quite quickly, but there is another thing we could do, and that is to take their genes and inseminate it into other species. Just click them around like this, like that, and we'll watch them breed. Alright, so we're getting a bunch of mutations here, but maybe one of them will survive. That's what we're hoping for. It's actually kind of doubtful, but we're trying. Alright, so releasing them is just not working. I tried to sporadically release them one by one over here, but they died off. And it seems like the southern continent is actually devoid of life now. So we've only got these two main groups. We do have some other species. So this one's the pendant one. This is pendant. What is this? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So two main groups. So I do think we do need to lower the sea level a bit and allow for some migration. I think that'd be very nice. This area is probably going to be very green here. But yeah. Now this is a vastly different world. Just I'm going to be very curious to see what happens now. I do want to release these specimens and see if they can take over the population before the others migrate there. So we'll just release like 3, I don't know, something like that, and hope for the best. Come on. Just releasing them is not working. We've got one over here, but they have a tendency to eat each other, which is not very good, is it? I don't know how to fix that. Oh well, it seems like our experiment has completely failed so far, but if you do have any suggestions, please do leave them in the comments below. I think this is time to end the episode. Don't forget to leave a like, it really helps the channel out, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, this has been Game Gabster. Farewell.